If you think she'll remember you because you were nice, you're already forgotten. A woman's memory doesn't live in her chat history. It lives in her nervous system. You can be the guy who remembered her birthday, listened to her problems, sent good morning texts, walked her home, and still be the man she barely thinks about 6 months later. And then there's the other man, the one she can't explain, the one who said one line, one name, and somehow he's still in her chest when she's trying to move on. Here's what most men never realize. For a woman, a special name isn't just romance or cute talk. It's a stamp, a signal, a frame. It tells her where she stands in your world. It tells her how you see her, and it quietly tells her whether she's safe to open or destined to forget you. You're watching Stoic Reflections, where masculine psychology meets timeless Stoic wisdom. Today, I'm breaking down 5 kinds of names that can pull her into your story, awaken her deeper desire, make her afraid to lose her place, touch the soft spot she hides, and finally, call out the woman she becomes only with you. If you're ready to stop being the man she thanks and start being the man she remembers, stay with me until the end. Because the 5th name doesn't just land in her ears. It imprints on her nervous system. Why she forgot the nice guy. Have you ever looked back and thought, I was the best man she ever had? Why doesn't she feel anything now? You were loyal. You were present. You checked in. You supported her. But effort is not imprint. Desire doesn't stay where there was only effort. Desire stays where there is a man with a clear frame. A man who doesn't know how to name a woman from his own center usually doesn't know how to lead her either. He calls her what everyone else called her. He mirrors her moods. He joins her world instead of inviting her into his. And then he wonders why she forgets him. The moment life gets noisy. Today isn't about sweet words. It's about learning how to name from your spine, not from your fear. Name number 1. The name that pulls her into your world. When a woman meets you, she's not just listening to your words, she's watching how you see her. One of the clearest signals is what you call her. If you use the same reheated names her exes used, babe, baby, princess, beautiful, you think you're being romantic. She hears, same script, different man. You're not opening a door to a new world. You're just renting space in an old one. But when you name her from a place of strength instead of sugar, something shifts. You stop trying to fit into her story, and you start inviting her into yours. Picture this. She's talking about her day, her little victories, her chaos. You're listening, calm, present, grounded. In the middle of the conversation, you look at her and say quietly, "Little wild one." No explanation, no nervous laugh. No. "Sorry, that was weird." You just say it and keep going. Her mind won't let that pass. Why did he call me that? What did he see that I'm not showing? What does wild mean to him? In that moment, you pulled her out of autopilot and into your frame. She's no longer just living her story. She suddenly realizes she's a character in your story, and she doesn't quite know her role yet. That slight confusion, that tilt in her balance, is not manipulation. It's the feeling of stepping into a new gravity. Most men name to please. A few men learn to name to lead. A name from fear says, "Please like me back." A name from strength says, "This is how I see you in my world." Before you search for the perfect word, ask yourself 2 things. Am I naming her from need or from choice? Am I trying to get a reaction or simply saying how I truly see her? Only the man who chooses from his center leaves a mark. Name number 2, the name that awakens her instinct to let go. Pulling her into your world is the first step. Keeping her there needs something deeper. Safety with edge. A woman can admire your intelligence, she can respect your discipline, she can enjoy your humor, but she gives herself emotionally and physically. When she feels two things at the same time, I am safe here, and I can't fully predict him. Now we reach the second type of name, the one that softly guides her into surrender, without force and without begging. This is not about shouting. It's not about being rude. Psychologically, this is calm dominance. No shouting, no shaking, no showing off. Just a steady baseline that doesn't wobble when emotions rise. From that energy, a name like my little wolf, my pretty witch, my storm hits very differently. You're not just saying she's cute. You're saying, I see the wild, irrational, magical part of you, and I'm not scared of it. On one side, the name honors her. On the other, it quietly claims space in the dynamic. That tension between being seen and being gently led is where desire wakes up. Ancient wisdom says, strength is not controlling others. Strength is controlling how you show up around them. When you understand that, you stop chasing the sweetest label, and you start using the sharpest one, the one that doesn't put her to sleep, the one that doesn't turn you into a doormat, the one that reminds her, you're not here just to please. You're here to lead and ignite. Flowers might get you a thank you. A grounded name from a solid presence gets you a reaction in her body she can't fully rationalize. Not because you broke her will, because she felt, I can soften here without losing myself. Name number 3. The name that makes her afraid to lose her place. Now we move into dangerous territory. If you're immature, handle this wrong, and you become a manipulator. Handle it right, and you become unforgettable. This is the third kind of name, the one that quietly reminds her she is not automatically the only one, but she wants to be. A woman can handle being praised. She can handle being led. What she cannot tolerate is feeling replaceable. When she senses you could say the exact same words to any other woman, her ego goes numb. When she senses you won't collapse if she leaves, but you also won't crawl after her, something else wakes up. Not pure love, not need, a competitive fire to feel chosen. The name here is not over-the-top romantic. It lives on the edge, almost something you could say to anyone, but not the way you say it to her. Imagine things are flowing. You're laughing, teasing, relaxed. She says something sharp and playful. You look at her and simply say, my favorite trouble. No emoji. No over-explaining. Later she asks, why do you call me that? You smile. You shrug. You change the topic. Now her mind has work to do. Is that just my name? Or does he call others that? What did he see that made him pick that word? Does he think I'm too much, or does he like it? This is emotional tension. You're not lying. You're not playing games. You're just refusing to give her full certainty on demand. When she doesn't fully know where she stands, her effort increases. She texts a bit more. She pays more attention to your words. She tries to understand your world. You're no longer chasing her validation. She's quietly working to secure her spot in your frame. The rule here is simple. Do not use this to punish. Use it to protect your self-respect. You are not a prize, she casually owns. You are a man with a mission she can earn her way into. Before we go to the most private part of female desire, pause for a second. If this is already hitting truths no one told you growing up, like the video and subscribe to Stoic Reflections right now. It's the only way this message reaches more men who need to wake up from fantasy and start leading from calm reality. And tell me in the comments, which country are you watching from? Because the next part won't just increase her attraction. It might give you back the self-respect you lost trying to be endlessly nice. Name number 4, the name that touches her hidden soft spot. Now we step into the most sensitive territory. This isn't about tactics. This is about depth. This 4th kind of name touches her emotional soft spot, the place even she avoids looking at directly. Most men only speak to the version of her they can see. The strong one, the sarcastic one, the boss, the achiever, the cool girl. They never speak to the quiet fears. What if I'm not enough? What if I'm always too much? What if I'm loved for my image, not for me? This doesn't mean you become her therapist. It doesn't mean trauma dumping or rescuing. It means you're present enough to see what she hides, and strong enough not to run from it. From that place, a name like my little fearful one, my little messy one, my hidden one, said in a calm, warm tone, not as a joke, not as an insult, hits her in a way she can't fully defend. Because she realizes he doesn't just like my performance, he sees the part I'm ashamed of. And he didn't flinch. Her usual mask stops working. The role she plays for the world falls off in your presence. For a woman who has carried strength like armor for years, that feeling is both terrifying and deeply relieving. But here is the line you must respect. If you touch that soft spot and then vanish, you don't just hurt her, you leave her less protected than before. This kind of name is not for random flings. Use it only when you're ready to be consistent, not perfect. Real control is not being cold. Real control is being deep and steady. You're not there to fix her. You're there to let her know. You don't have to be perfect here. You just have to be real. Used from your true self. This kind of name makes you unforgettable. Not because you broke her, because you saw her and stayed. Name number 5. The name that calls out who she is only with you. This is the most uncomfortable one, the most powerful, and the most dangerous. If you're still addicted to approval, this 5th kind of name doesn't describe who she is to the world. It names who she becomes when she is fully with you. By now you're beyond games, beyond simple flirtation, beyond testing. This is not about leading for show, touching her wounds to feel powerful, keeping her uncertain just to feed your ego. This is about saying without apology, I'm not relating to the mask anymore. I see the deeper woman under it, and I'm naming her from my desire, not from your storyline. Most men never get here because they worship the persona. My queen, my goddess, you're my whole world. It sounds romantic, but underneath it often means you are above me. You define my value. I orbit you. From that place, desire slowly dies. She is on the throne. You are on your knees. Respect is good. Worship is death. When you break that pattern and calmly call her my little willing one, my wild side, my untamable desire, you're not putting her below you. You're putting the connection in reality. You're saying, I know who you pretend to be out there, but I know who you are with me. And I'm speaking to that woman. It shocks her because she has spent years building a public identity, strong, independent, controlled. But that is not her whole truth. Her deeper truth shows up with the man who doesn't worship her image, doesn't fear her emotions, doesn't beg for a role in her life. He sees the instinctive, emotional, surrendered side. That surfaces only with trust. And when you see that, and you name it from a grounded place, not loudly, not constantly, just with calm certainty, you become something She can't fully manage or categorize. Anything a woman can't fully control, she keeps thinking about. The mistake most men make is simple. They try to fit into her script. They only treat her as the executive, the mother, the strong modern woman. They never speak to the part that quietly wants to let go. With one man who won't collapse. If you're waiting for permission to be that man, you've already betrayed your own spark. This fifth name forces you to stop being just polite, to stop being perfectly predictable. It asks you to see her, not as a victim, not as your superior, but as a two-sided being. One side that runs the world, one side that wants to drop the armor in front of a man she trusts. When you dare to name her from your true desire instead of her safe story, you stop being the guy who walks beside her for a season and become the man who leaves a long-term imprint on her life. This isn't taught in school. It isn't explained in most relationship videos. You learn this by living, by failing, by being too nice, and watching desire die, by being too cold, and watching connection never form. If you're still here, it's because you're done being forgettable. You're ready to become calm, not passive, strong, not aggressive, leading, not controlling, desired, not just appreciated, not with roses, but with vision, not with begging, but with words, born from a solid spine and a clear frame. Today I gave you 5 ways of naming that aren't meant to impress her, but to express you. If you understand the power behind this, don't use it to control women. Use it to become the kind of man a woman doesn't dare forget. A man who names from truth. A man whose presence sets the tone. A man whose words match his walk. Drop a comment. To name is to lead. And tell me which country you're watching from. It doesn't matter if you're in Pakistan, Mexico, Argentina, or Spain. The core of female psychology is the same. It wants what it can't easily control. And it remembers what it can't completely understand. You've been watching Stoic Reflections, where masculine psychology meets timeless Stoic wisdom. I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to give you back the respect, clarity, and desire you lost when you tried to be the endlessly nice guy. If this opened your eyes, subscribe and join the men who stopped being used and started being truly wanted. Share this with the friend who still talks to women like a boy while she's already playing chess with his emotions. And don't click away yet. Watch the next video that appears on your screen. Choose the one that makes you the most uncomfortable, because what you avoid looking at is exactly what you most need to change.